Hello viewers, this is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering online pack openings. This is episode 3. Now we're getting to the nitty-gritty because, we've got 4 packs of Worldwake, and they were awfully cheap. So, playing the odds, Worldwake was one of those sets that, Wizards wishes they'd never printed because of how small it was and how much money Jace was worth. So, I was kind of hoping that I might pull a Jace out of these packs when I bought them, but at the same time, they were really cheap. I mean, really cheap. So, let's just get to it. Ooh, Chain Reaction. I really like this card. This is kind of a red Wrath of God. Chain Reaction deals X damage to each creature where X is the number of creatures on the battlefield. So as long as there's a bunch of creatures on the board, you are going to clear said board for 4 mana. Cunning Spark Mage, not that great. Refraction Trap. I forgot about the traps. Prevent 3 damage. If damage is prevented this way, it deals that much damage to target creature or player. Slingbow Trap. Destroy target attacking creature with flying. Arbor Elf. Now that guy's pretty powerful. Battle Herda. 3/3 first strike for 5. Crusher Zendikon. Enclave Elite. Multi-kicker. Grappler Spider. Marsh Threader. He's not bad, but, not great. Myers Toll, personally, I kind of like this card. I've run it in mono black decks before. For 1 black mana, and you're running mono black, so pretty much all of your lands are going to be swamps anyway. Being able to go through pretty much your opponent's entire hand and say, that one's gone for 1 black mana is pretty powerful. Searing Blaze, pretty good card. Landfall, it's basically a double lightning bolt. Only one to the player. One goes to the player and one goes to a creature. Smoldering Spires, target creature can't block, and Twitch, and Mountain. So on to pack 2. Ooh, Anawan, sweet. 4/3 at the beginning of your upkeep, each player sacrifices a non-vampire creature. I have toyed with the idea of building a vampire deck. Ooh, Core Firewalker. Now this guy was basically sideboard gold for a while because he was a pro-red. And a little bit because, whenever a player casts a red spell, you gain a life. Mainly it was because he was pro-red. Summit Apes. I really like Summit Apes because he's kind of like a buffed up version of Curd Ape, because Curd Ape was a 1/2 for 1 red, and he gets +1/+1 if you control a forest. This guy is a 5/2 for 4 and gets Menace when you have a mountain. And Menace is actually a really powerful ability, especially with a creature with 5 power. Tuk Tuk Scrapper. Now this guy is actually pretty powerful. I did run an ally deck for quite a while. When he enters the battlefield or another ally enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact. If the artifact is put into a graveyard that way, Scrapper deals damage to that artifact's controller equal to the number of allies you control. Bojuka Bog, very nice, black mana producer. Clears your opponent's graveyard. If you don't have your graveyard removal handy, like Leyline or Grafdigger's Cage, the cost of this guy coming into play tapped lets you nuke your opponent's graveyard. Bojuka Brigand. He was a cheap ally. He can't block, but every ally makes him a little bit bigger. Kassi's Ravager. I've always wanted to build a deck using these guys because, landfall lets you deal 1 damage to a player. If you can get a whole bunch of these guys out, a single land deals a whole bunch of damage to your opponent. Grey Pelt Hunter. He's a really good ally. 2/2 trample, gets a +1/+1 counter every time you play an ally. Iona's Judgment. Not really that great, except, it's useful in, like, Commander. But other than that, not really. Kitesail Apprentice. He's alright. Myers Toll, Quicksand, Skitter of Lizards, Multi-Kicker, and Forest. Colostria Highborn. I remember when she was an utter pain to deal with. 2 black for a 2/2, and whenever Colostria Highborn and another vampire you control dies, you can pay a black. If you do, target player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So, say you're in not such a great position, but you have blockers. You block, your creature dies, you pay a black, they lose 2, you gain 2. Makes your position a little better. And you just keep doing that. Like Keeper of Emeria. I like to put a copy of her in any of the angel decks that I've built. Ricochet Trap. Change the target of target spell with a single target. Vapor Snare. You can control enchanted creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, sack Vapor Snare unless you return a land you control to its owner's hand. For 5 mana, really? Bull Rush, +2/+0 until the end of turn. Pressure Zendikon. Dead Reckoning. Put your card from your graveyard on top of your library. If you do, it deals damage equal to that card's power to target creature. That could be helpful, but I've never seen anyone play it. Feral Contest, not really a very good card. Grey Pelt Hunter. Guardian Zendikon. Jaguar Swarm, pretty bad. Pulse Tracker is really annoying. Just really annoying. Sajiri Step, that's a nice card. Wind Zendikon, that one's actually a pretty powerful enchantment. Of all the Zendikons, this one's probably my favorite. And the last one. Mordant Dragon. 6 for a 5/5 flyer with a 2-cost fire breathing. Blech. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may have it deal that much damage to target creature that player controls. Not great. Bloodhusk Ritualist. I've always wanted to be able to use this card. It could be very powerful, but I never have. Nemesis Trap. Exile target attacking creature, create a token that's a copy of that creature, and exile it at the beginning of your next end step. So, you get rid of a creature that's attacking you, you get a copy of it. And then, so you get 1 turn to attack with it, and then it's gone too. Well, as long as you can activate it for its trap cost, that's pretty damn good. But for 6 mana, really? Another Vapor Snare, Arbor Elf, Battle Herda, Zendikon, Onclick Elite, Grapple Spider, Marsh Threader, Myers Toll, Searing Blaze, Smoldering, and Twitch. And Swoop. Well, we're a little bit shy of 10 minutes, but I think I'm going to end it here because, we've got 4 packs, 4 treasure chests to go through, so I think we'll just have to make that episode 4. So, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode.